Hello there, Anchor Welshman back again. Now, Level Up Earth Observer, I want you to listen. And I want you to listen good. Because you need, well, first of all, you need to understand science, right? Okay, but I'm just going to start off here as well. Right, this is going to be a classic Angry Welshman thing from when I started like a year or so ago. Where, do not show your children this one, because I'm going to be swearing quite a lot. I'm going to be getting angry a lot. And I'm going to be just losing my fucking mind. Just, oh, good grief. I've just finished playing Last of Us Part 2, so I'm in not a good mood at this present minute because that game sucks. But never mind, right? Okay. Right, Level Earth Observer. First of all, you need to stop misrepresenting everything that people are trying to show you. Okay? Like this, for example. It's laughable that you think this video actually proves you right, even though it's travelling 70 miles an hour, or should be if you're within the speed limit, right? 70 miles an hour in like one direction. And yet it's actually wobbling from side to side. Which basically, let's put it this way, have you actually had any car journey on a motorway or any sort of road where your car is dead perfect still? So your car rocks from side to side, the wind, the gravel, the car itself, suspension could be off. You're going to start wobbling, which is definitely what this thing's doing. Right? So this doesn't prove anything. Right? And let's go back to this bloody, fantastic video again. Is that you misrepresent this one. Right? In your logic, everything, like your crane, for example, in this video, if you put a small crane in this train, like a small little model one here, in your mind, that crane's jib and, oh, for fuck's sake, what's the chain, the long ropey thing, whatever. That should be swinging from side to side, back and forth, doing whatever, or swinging in the opposite direction.
Girder.
Oh, don't listen to your voice. Essentially, traveling from side to side, or traveling in opposite direction to the direction of travel. But as you can clearly see, it's level, right? If you picked up that water bottle, then started running with it, yeah, then it will start moving. This is the thing, it's the conservation of motion. And the Earth is always in motion. Right, let's go to this. Like, what you don't understand is, like, you seem to claim that this, watching a crane move...
Camera pans up, you'll see but you're... Real movement, a crane on tracks, it has to have certain restrictions in place.
Yes, right. So the fact of the matter is, right, the Earth, we are in constant motion, like that train, right? And the movement that we experience, is little movements within those set of movements, right? And this is where I'm going to start really getting fucking angry, right? Is that you seemingly have no compunction to even try and learn any aspects of physics or astronomy, right? You're not interested. Your argument is at this present minute, I'm not interested in astronomy, so therefore nobody should be, right? And that's one thing that winds me right up, right? These videos that you brought up is you misrepresenting, misunderstanding, and just making up your own bollocks, right? Like this, for example, right? And I'm going to see if I can get this to the right quote, right moment. Let's have a look. Let's go back a little bit. There.
These discoveries come at a regular enough pace.
Don't get me wrong, I love the lava lamps in the 70s, and this is a little bit of a sort of 70s lava lamp, but it's not real. It's just computer generated imagery.
Prove it, bitch. Right? And here's where I'm going to bloody stuff this. Now, as far as I can see, this looks like the Orion Nebula. Right? Now, you have no proof of your claims of CGI. None at all. None whatsoever. We're just supposed to go with it on your mind, okay? Because you say it's CGI, then it must be. Well, you're a crane operator. Your IQ must be like 200 plus. Right? Now, this looks like to me it's the Orion Nebula. Right? And it might be. Right? Now, here is the Orion Nebula taken by an amateur astronomer. Now, we can't see the Orion Nebula from our naked eye. It's basically on the Orion's belt. I think it is. It's the middle star on the Orion belt. And if you zoom in enough, i.e. with a telescope, or Hubble, for example, just go with me, it brings up something like this. Now, this is a amateur astronomer with his portable gear, right? This is the photograph. And let's have a look at NASA's Eagle Nebula. Barring from the orientation, it's angled like 90 degrees off, and a slightly different colour hue, or whatever, they're practically the same. Right? And obviously, like, different, depending on the year it was taken, it might change colour a fair bit, depending on, like, the camera that you use, the lenses that you use, and all this kind of stuff, right? Like, for me, right, let's put it this way. And here's where I'm gonna, lose my temper. Is, have you actually fucking bothered to learn how the Hubble Space Telescope works, how it was made, what goes into it, how it takes photographs, how it processes those images? Have you actually bothered to understand any of this? Right? It winds me up that people like you are quite happily just eager to shit on the work of others, and people who work their asses off and put their life and dedication into studying astronomy. Just for somebody like you going, no, I don't like astronomy, so therefore no one should. Right? You have no proof whatsoever of CGI, and this what brings me up to this part of your video. Right? Right? Let's go
has
back a
made
bit.
more than... So since 1990, Hubble has made more than 1 million observations.
Yes, it has.
But here's the thing. He's failed to provide one single photograph.
There's one right there. Right there within shot. Right there. Right? Here's all the Hubble telescope. Right? Here's the ones it's taken in June. Right? It's got ones of certain planets, which match up to amateur astronomers' photograph of planets. Nebulas, spiral galaxies, because they do say on a good day, an amateur astronomer can actually take a good photograph of Andromeda Galaxy. Because the Andromeda Galaxy is massive. Right? Look at all these. These are all photographs. Not in the classic sense of the word as in point and shoot with the camera. The Hubble telescope works a little differently to that. Right? Let's carry on.
Not one!
Yes, he has. There's one right there. And here. Thousands of them. Dated and time-stamped. At least these, anyway. Let's have a look. What page? How far do these go back? It's page 88. August the 13th, 1990. Right? And it shows that over the years, when Hubble Space Telescope has been updated with better lenses, better mirrors, better, software, it can process images better. Look at this. It's all here. It's all here. Thousands, millions of you for them to look at.
It's done over 1 million observations, but it's not even provided one single photograph.
Right there. And here. All over the place, dude. Right? These are all photographs in its own entirety. Taking, with different wavelengths, how it processes them, how it absorbs the light. Do you actually know how the Hubble telescope actually works?
We've had hundreds of thousands of CGI images, but
no proof from you at all. Nothing whatsoever.
Not one single photograph from
right there. They're everywhere, dude. It's everywhere.
Over 1 million observations. What's the fucking point?
Yeah, what is the fucking point in your head, dude? Where's your proof of CGI? Oh, I know, that's right, you have none.
Maybe changing the perception of the Masonic fantasy world, which...
Oh, there we go. Freemasons get the blame again. Even though he can probably provide no sort of connections between Freemasons controlling the world and NASA and all this kind of bollocks anyway.
Is claimed as our universe, when really it's just a heliocentric fucking moronic story painted as truth by Freemasonic fucking halfwits and morons like yourself, John, who are obviously a little bit wrapped up in the story.
So are you calling this individual here a moron, even though he's probably far more educated than you'll ever be? Like, here's where I'm going to get angry. Do you not understand the thousands of years worth of scientific study and understanding and observation that's gone into our current knowledge of the solar system and, astronomy in general? For example, it's been the Earth being a globe has been hypothesized for well over 2,500 years, right? And as every decade and century goes by, our technology gets better, so our understanding gets better. We figured out. Trust. Watch like Neil deGrasse Tyson's Space Odyssey. Not Space Odyssey. What's it called? Oh, I might go back. It's Neil deGrasse Tyson's. It's an episodic thing on Netflix and all this kind of thing. Fantastic. It also shows you how scientific study progressed and improved over the years and over the centuries to get us to where we are now. Our understanding of light, how light basically refracts into different colours, how it reacts with different elements, how different elements burned under a flame give us different light. So knowing that, we now know what basically many stars are made of. You know what I mean, right? Please learn some rudimentary astronomy. It would be good, right? Because quite clearly I've had enough. This is why I don't do that many videos on Flat Earth, because I have had enough of this crap from Flat Earthers who clearly just have no compunction to learn at all. Nothing. They're just quite happy to sit there in their own fucking bubble, just shitting on other people's work and ambitions, going, yeah, you're a fucking idiot for believing in space. No. And I take great offence to that. Just because you're bloody fat ass or whatever, how much you weigh, I don't bloody care anymore. Just sit in your crane going, oh, well, my crane doesn't do this, so therefore fake. The experiments that prove that mass attracts mass. Oh no, but because my crane doesn't do this, then therefore fake. No. I'm sorry, dude. We've been over this. It's crap that needs to stop coming out of your mouth. It's this verbal diarrhea that doesn't matter. I'm not going into it anymore. Let's just have a look. I haven't watched much of it.
Why bother? Why bother? It's produced. What is the whole point of putting this telescope in a vacuum if all it's going to do is produce CGI anyway?
Oh, so, huh? That alludes to me then that you think it's actually up there in space, but it's just, what the f...
Why bother? Just stay at home and produce the fucking CGI.
It's not fucking CGI. That's the issue. I've shown you that you can go to websites and actually find thousands and millions of all these actual images and photographs or whatever, and these things that the Hubble Space Telescope does take, and that the fact that amateur astronomers with their own kit can actually take these things. And there are probably, let's go back to page 1, because they're some of the better photographs on here. A lot of these have probably been taken by amateur astronomers with their own kit. I think I'm led to believe that the Orion Nebula, you can actually take a decent enough photograph, probably not as good quality as this, with a P900 or P1000 Nikon camera. So, yeah, no, this CGI bollocks is not... doesn't interest me, dude, because you have no proof of CGI at all.
Right, that's it, is it? Fuck off. I'm sorry, there's a lot of swearing in this video. I get very frustrated when I watch this bullshit propaganda.
No, I get fucking pissed off the fact that you're just quite happy to sit there dismissing everything just because purely you don't understand it and you're unwilling. You just don't want to understand. That's your problem. Right? I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm completely done with this. I'm in a bad mood, and oh goodness me, I do apologise. Don't show this to your kids. I'm done. I'm sorry. Good night, everybody. Keep safe. And hope everyone's well. Goodbye.